Hi everyone, Melissa here from CloudMom.com, answering a question today from Tara, who has a 4.5-month-old baby and is finding that as soon as she puts her baby girl down to sleep in the crib, the baby girl is waking up within 45 minutes. So it's not a very nice start to the night, according to Tara. So why is this happening? Well, Tara, I can only say from my experience, again, I'm not a doctor, I think you need to look at the whole day, what's happening with your baby over a 24-hour period, and make sure that on a very regular basis, and I have a schedule on feeding and sleeping between the ages of 4 to 6 months. I have a schedule on the site. Make sure that your baby's getting very regular feedings and regular naps so that she's very well fed by the end of the day and she's well rested. If you've done that, with the last feeding in particular, make especially sure that she's very full and awake and rejecting more food. That's going to get you a longer stint at night. If all of that is done and the baby is still waking up, I would try to make sure that the baby doesn't have a diaper, a dirty diaper, doesn't have a burp, and if neither of those things are there and the baby doesn't seem so hungry, I would try actually putting the baby back down in her crib. Because one thing that could be happening is that her sleep cycle is dictating that she wakes up after this period of time, but what she doesn't yet know how to do is to put herself back to sleep. And from what I've read, sleep experts and pediatricians say that between 3 and 6 months, babies start to develop the ability to self-soothe. So they can wake up and they can settle themselves back down to sleep by sucking their thumb or whatever, and that's something that's very important, obviously, because you don't want to have to race in there whenever the baby wakes up. Further to that, this is why, from what I've read, pediatricians and sleep experts say that you shouldn't be in the habit of nursing your baby to sleep, rocking your baby to sleep, singing to your baby, because you want your baby independently to know how to fall asleep. And this is truly what I did. I did put my babies down awake. I don't know, it just seemed to me like the right thing to do. I did do that a lot of the times. I did have to nurse them to sleep at times, but a lot of the times I did put them down to wake. One other final thought on this. I had found sometimes with my babies that I would have them all full and all ready and everything seemed all hunky-dory. They were down in the crib and they just wouldn't go down. And I found that they needed the slightest, tiniest bit more of milk to then go to sleep, and they would sleep for like 4 hours. And I was like, it's so weird. Their systems are so delicate. It was just a teensy slight bit more of milk. So that's another thing you can try. Your baby's up after 45 minutes, do try to see. Doesn't seem like it's time yet for another full feeding, whether they just needed a little more. It's like another top-off feed, and see if they go down for a longer period of time. So anyway, I hope this is helpful. It's a very tricky time period. Best of luck getting some sleep at night with your new baby, and please feel free to write in with more questions and I'll try to cover them in these vlogs. Thanks so much for watching CloudMom.com.